You won't believe what the average American is blowing their cash on, and it isn't coffee. That's not even on the list. These are the spending habits that silently drain thousands of dollars from your bank account every single year while you wonder why you can't seem to get ahead financially. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize they are doing it. My name is Ivan, and I help people understand how simple financial strategies can create extraordinary results. If you're tired of the traditional retirement advice that tells you to work until you're 70 and hope for the best, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if this information changes how you think about money. Here's the thing. Everyone loves to shame people for buying lattes, $7 for coffee. You could retire early if you just made it at home. But that's not where most people are actually hemorrhaging money. The real wealth killers are hiding in plain sight, accepted as normal by society but devastating to your long-term financial health when you add up the numbers. Think about it like checking your health. You could obsess over eating one cookie while ignoring that you're smoking a pack of cigarettes daily. The cookie isn't the problem. These 6 spending habits are the financial equivalent of chain smoking while worrying about dessert. Let me show you exactly where your money is disappearing, and more importantly, what to do about it. Number 6, extended warranties. When you buy something like a TV or new appliance, you're offered an extended warranty right at checkout, just in case something goes wrong. Sounds responsible. But here's the truth most people don't know. Most products never break down during the extended warranty period. So even if you buy an extended warranty, you're paying for something you're never going to use. Let's say you buy a $1,000 TV. That extended warranty might cost you $200, but the chances of that TV breaking down within the next 3 years is actually pretty small. Less than 5%. And even if it does break down, many times the problems get blamed on normal wear and tear, which most warranties won't even cover. The companies know this. They also know that people worry about what if something goes wrong, so they mark extended warranties up by 50% or more. This is a huge profit maker for them. Plus, many credit cards already offer free extended warranty service as a perk. Or you could skip the extended warranty altogether and start your own little emergency fund for electronics and appliances. Instead of paying out that $200 for the warranty, put that cash aside in your savings account. If something breaks, you've got the money to fix it or replace it. And if it doesn't break, you just saved $200 that can be invested and compounded. Over a lifetime of purchases, TVs, appliances, phones, laptops, you're potentially wasting thousands of dollars on warranties for products that will never need service during the coverage period. That's money that could be working for you in index funds instead of padding the profit margins of retailers. Number 5, bottled water. This might seem like a small thing, but it really adds up. The bottled water industry in the US is huge. As a matter of fact, it made over $60 billion last year. A lot of this money comes from people who think bottled water is safer, cleaner, or better tasting than tap water. Americans spent over $16 billion on bottled water last year. That works out to about $100 per person annually. Now think about that for a second. That's a major amount of money that many of us are spending on something we essentially get for free, because up to 2/3 of bottled water in the US is actually repackaged tap water in some way. When you look at the long-term costs, if you're constantly buying bottled water, you're spending that $100 every year, year after year after year. Compare that to investing in a good quality water filter for your tap. A decent filter costs maybe $50 and lasts 6 months. That's $100 per year maximum. Same as what you're spending on bottled water, except the filter gives you unlimited water instead of having to constantly buy more bottles. Better yet, invest $30 in a reusable water bottle and use filtered tap water. You've just saved $70 annually that can be invested. Over 20 years at 7% returns, that $70 annual savings becomes nearly $3,000, all from skipping bottled water. Small habits create massive results when compounded over decades. Number 4, gambling. This includes everything from casinos to sports betting to something many of us do regularly, buying lottery tickets. Last year alone, Americans spent over $100 billion on lottery tickets. That's not a typo. $100 billion collectively thrown away on a game designed for you to lose. The problem with the lottery is the odds of winning the jackpot are ridiculously low, about 1 in 292 million. To put that in perspective, you're more likely to get struck by lightning twice than winning the lottery. This whole idea of suddenly becoming rich overnight sounds fun, but it's pure fantasy. And this is exactly what draws so many people in. The dream of instant wealth? It's the what if scenario that keeps people buying those tickets. Casinos, sports betting, online gambling, they all have one thing in common. The house always wins. They have the mathematical advantage. They're designed to make money for themselves, not you. So the longer you play, the more likely you are to lose. You see online streamers and influencers nowadays placing bets on sites and winning. But these platforms are in business to make money. Those big wins are often staged or paid promotions purposefully designed to make you believe that you could win too. What you don't see is all the countless numbers of people losing money behind the scenes. Here's a better use of that money. If you spend just $20 per week on lottery tickets, which many people do, that's over $1,000 annually. Invested in an S&P 500 index fund at historical 7% returns, that becomes $14,000 in 10 years. Keep going for 30 years and you're looking at nearly $100,000. That's real money you could actually use, not a 1 in 300 million fantasy. Number 3, unused subscription services. We've all signed up for some subscription before. These subscriptions can be one of the sneakiest ways to waste money because often we don't even realize we're doing it. On average, Americans spend over $200 every single month on subscriptions. That's $2,400 per year. I'm not just talking about Netflix or Spotify, I'm talking about everything. Cloud storage, meal kits, gym memberships you never use, streaming services you forgot about, software subscriptions on auto renewal. The problem is, subscriptions are designed to be out of sight and out of mind. Companies are betting that you're going to forget to cancel them. That's why they'll offer free trials with automatic conversion to paid subscriptions, hoping you don't cancel on time. Think about automatic renewals and annual subscriptions, which are easy to forget about until you see that big charge hit your bank account. What should you do about this? Audit your expenses, go through your bank or credit card statements for the past 3 to 6 months and check every single recurring charge. Every time money is automatically being taken out of your account without you actively approving it. Most services allow you to pause your subscription instead of canceling it completely. This can be a great way to save money without losing access permanently. But be ruthless. If you haven't used it in 2 months, cancel it. You can always resubscribe later if you actually miss it. Most people find they're paying for 3 to 5 subscriptions they completely forgot existed. Cancel those and you've just freed up $50 to $100 monthly, $600 to $1,200 annually that can be redirected to investments. Number 2, luxury and designer brands. There's a huge tendency to spend more on brand names, clothing, accessories, food, cars, which can all be significantly more expensive than similar quality items without that fancy label. Many of us are convinced we're buying something that's actually better or higher quality, but most people can't even tell the difference between luxury branded products and average ones in blind tests. Luxury brands don't sell products, they're selling you the privilege of being scammed. They create limited editions, one-of-a-kind releases, and exclusive collections to trick you into believing something is super rare and more valuable. But often these items are mass-produced in the same factories, sometimes with the exact same materials, just with a different badge sewn on. The whole thing works because people buy into the brand. They think the value is greater because it's limited edition or hard to find. Luxury brands don't sell handbags and shoes. They sell the idea of being part of an exclusive club. They sell fantasy. You may have heard the term all flash no cash or big hat no cattle. That's what we're talking about here. Here's the reality. A $500 designer t-shirt isn't 10 times better than a $50 quality t-shirt. A $2,000 handbag doesn't function 20 times better than a $100 bag. You're paying a $1,500 to $1,900 premium purely for the logo, for the status signal. That's fine if you're genuinely wealthy and it doesn't impact your financial goals, but if you're middle class and buying luxury goods while carrying credit card debt or not, maxing out retirement accounts, you're playing a dangerous game that will keep you trapped financially. The difference between looking rich and being rich is everything. People who look rich buy luxury brands and drive expensive cars while living paycheck to paycheck. People who are actually rich drive 10-year-old Toyotas and invest the difference. Which one do you want to be? Number 1, new cars. The average new car costs over $48,000 in 2025. But here's what happens the moment you drive it off the lot. It loses about 11% of its value instantly. Within the first year, that car depreciates by about 20%. After 5 years, the average car has lost 60% of its original value. So that $48,000 car is worth about $19,000 after 5 years. You just lit $29,000 on fire through depreciation alone. And that's before we even talk about the interest on the car loan if you financed it. The average car payment in America is over $700 monthly, with an average loan term of nearly 6 years. Here's what almost no one calculates. If instead of buying that new $48,000 car, you bought a 3-year-old certified pre-owned version for $28,000, you just saved $20,000. That $20,000 invested at 7% returns for 30 years becomes over $150,000. That's the real cost of buying new instead of used. Cars are not assets. They're depreciating liabilities. Every dollar you spend on a car beyond basic, reliable transportation is a dollar stolen from your future wealth. The middle class buys new cars to look successful. The wealthy buy used cars and invest the difference to actually become successful. Recognizing where your money is going is the first step to fixing it. You don't have to sacrifice your lifestyle to save. You just need to be a smart spender.